Alright, quiet please, everybody. Everybody quiet, please. Alright, everybody shut the fuck up! Jesus, how hard is it to shut up and listen? You guys are as bad as my wife. And she's a bitch. Now, you all know why you're here. It's simple, really. You all suck at drama, and I'm here to make you suck slightly less. Now, I know you all have questions. Who is Samuel Beckett? What is absurd theatre? Why is my wife such a bitch? By the end of the day, all of you will be enlightened.
What's with the grudge against his wife?
No idea. It's pretty funny, right?
So, absurd theatre. In order to teach you guys about it, I need to take you all the way back to World War II. Picture this. People are dying left and right. The threat of a nuclear annihilation is sitting at your doorstep. Any material you considered important is now considered a worthless piece of shit. Just like my wife. You think my marriage is a joke? See, after World War II, everybody was sad, lonely, depressed. After seeing their loved ones blown into a million pieces, people decided to see that as a sign of how pointless life is. In response to this, playwrights decided to take a more absurd approach to theatre, exploring the repetition and sheer absurdity of life itself. This theatre form was based on the idea that we're all stuck in a pointless world with a pointless wife and a pointless job. Some of you might find a shred of happiness, but it'll never be enough to fill the void within. The universe is an uncontrollable, unstable, unpredictable beast where virtually anything can happen. So riddle me this, Declan. Does any of that make a shred of sense to you?
What? How do you know my name?
That wasn't the question. What about you, Adrian?
How do you know my name?
What about you? In the back.
Nothing matters. Why am I even here, sir? Is this all life has to offer? Just meaningless distractions. To forget our own existence, using material objects to fill a hole in which will never be satisfied. I'm always wanting more, sir. I have to go.
See that kid? That kid gets it. I have no idea what you just fucking said.
Oh, yeah, he has like a fucked voice box or something. Samuel Beckett is who we're burning alive. Learning about. Samuel Beckett is who we're learning about.
Yes, Samuel Beckett. I take it you have all watched Waiting for Godot and Endgame like your teachers asked you? God, I don't get paid enough for this shit. Okay, so, Endgame. We have two characters, Ham and Clov. Ham and Clov virtually rely on each other, but they don't want to admit it. Ham sees the world as bland, empty. He constantly refers to it as hell, reflecting how people felt after the World War. This is also reflected in Waiting for Godot, when Pozzo says, "That's how it is on this bitch of an earth."
This shit's so boring. Why can't he talk about his wife again?
You know, sometimes I wonder why we're friends.
It's because I'm smart, funny, sexy, smart.
Ham and Clov have a complicated relationship, but what things in life aren't? Ham always tells Clov to leave, but summons him back just before he can. It's completely contradictory. That's one of the main themes of absurd theatre. One that reflects a human's reality, the absurd repetition of life, which at first might seem meaningless trying to make sense of, but after a while, you just learn to accept it for what it is, which, according to playwrights at the time, was as empty, meaningless, and useless as a kid in a wheelchair at a running race. But you see, kids, the beauty of absurdism is that just because your legs don't work, you came last, your wheelchair might be starting to rust, and you can't afford a replacement chair because you're too poor, you can still choose to be happy. The key word here is you. Only you can determine your state of happiness. Only you can decide what kind of a person you want to be. And only you Hold on a second, I gotta take this. Hey, babe. Yeah. I already apologized. Why do I need to do it again? Okay, I am hearing you, but I was in a rush. I didn't mean to leave the stove on, and I'm not going to apologize again. No, you listen to me. No, we're not doing this again. Oh, come on, you're bringing that up? You want to go? What about Brent, huh? How you cheated on me and tried to hide it from me, but I knew the whole time? You want to talk about hiding stuff? Oh, she hung up. Fuck!
Should I let him back in? He'll probably keep talking about his wife. Sweet.
Thank you. First off, let me just start off by saying if you heard any of that, sorry. My wife and I have we've decided to spend some time apart.
Oh, come on, that's not even funny, it's just sad.
It's only sad if you want it to be, Declan. Where were we? Samuel Beckett.
We shouldn't have let him back in.
So, Waiting for Godot. Similarly to Endgame, we find these two characters intertwined with each other, although not having the best relationship, showing yet again that although they might not like the company, it's still company nevertheless. Another prominent theme in this play is the dialogue.
Like, the talking?
Of course, what else would it be?
The dialogue is seemingly nonsensical. Only a few of the conversations between characters actually make sense.
Why would you write dialogue that doesn't make sense?
Shut up, Declan.
No. He actually has a point. Why do you think that is, Declan?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
I mean, might be related to our lives, like how when we talk to each other it makes complete sense, but to anyone without the right context, it could just be some absurd gibberish. Or something, or I don't know.
Seems like it didn't even need to be here. You're completely right, Adrian. A large sum of human speech is complete nonsense. Doesn't make sense to anyone except for your own interpretation, and, of course, previous context. In Waiting for Godot, the conversations simply go on loops, taking up time until the play's over, and as an audience member, you just kind of sit there wondering what the hell you just watched.
Why would you spend money watching something that doesn't even have a climax?
Why do anything, Declan? It's an absurd world and we have to cope with living in it. So why ask questions when you can just exist? Until you don't. Alright. Yeah, I think that's my time up. I'll be back next week to help the students that can't wrap their head around this. Fucking dumbass, heaven ass.